tonight, Lunar Eclipse live. Half the world is watching as the Earth's shadow covers the face of the moon. Eye on the Bay is covering it live as it happens over the Bay Area.
Good evening to you. Good evening to the folks at home. What an exciting night. I'm joined by a bunch of lunatics. I am right here in the Lunar Lounge. There they are. They're being fed some drinks as well. We have a very exciting night here, a little party for you. I want to introduce our first guest here, and that is world-renowned astrologer Pat Brown. Pat, good to see you.
Good to see you.
An important night for you, exciting night for you?
For everyone, because essentially the lunar eclipse is a little different than the full moon. The full moon pulls us in two different directions. The lunar eclipse places a shadow, and we're forced to look at that a little differently, and we're forced to look at ourselves a little differently. The sun in Pisces is essentially about the vision of tomorrow. The moon in Virgo is the reality of today. So if we combine it, we have the best of both worlds, and we can aspire to something higher. We can reach in and say, what are our dreams? We can then determine there's something we have to do about it. We use that Virgo energy and we build on it with something solid and concrete. So therefore it's a new time, it's a new moment. This shadow will pass, light prevails, and the substance of what we need and who we are comes together completely.
You know, the phases of the moon affect us all in good ways, as you just mentioned, but also in crazy ways too. A full moon, a night like tonight, can make some people go a little nutty, a little loony.
Because it's the division. The sun represents one part, our inner depth. The moon, on the other hand, is the mask, and it's our emotions. And some people live in patterns. You know, you see people who repeat patterns over and over again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
and so when they do, what happens is, you know, there's division. There's confusion, there's distortion, and then there's an emotional conflict. So now we can get it right. If we look to this moment and say, just a moment, let's get out of pattern, let's go deeper, let's determine what our real need is.
All right, wonderful. Pat Brown, astrologer, thank you very much. I'll be sitting with you for a greater reading a little bit later on.
All right.
Privately. Okay. We have lots more to come from our Lunar Eclipse Lounge. An exciting night. Brian Hackney, more excited than the kid in the candy store on this night. And still to come, we'll meet a man who is selling real estate on the moon. Yes, he is. It's Eye on the Bay, live. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Eye on the Bay. It's our live lunar show. I'm Liam Mayclem, live in San Francisco with a man who sells real estate on the moon, Mr. Barry Moon McCardle. How does it work?
Well, it works pretty good, but on a night like this with the full moon eclipse going on, you know, people get a little nervous. They go, where is it? So, you know, that kind of hurts sales. But actually, I am the first person in history ever to make a legal claim to the lunar surface. I've been selling it for 30 years. I'm the first person to do it. How
much?
It started at $1 an acre, Liam, and it's been that way for 30-some years. Just this year, it went to $5 an acre. And by the way, those rumors that the property up there was in any way involved with that subprime mess, that is absolutely wrong.
Thank you very much, sir. Sorry, so brief. More on our website about Barry. And Brian, a little real estate on the moon. What do you say?
I'm Brian Hackney. Appreciate you watching Eye on the Bay live. We'll see you tomorrow night.